Hi guys, so I've got a quick tip here for you just about ground bait. As you can see, I've got two ground baits in front of me, and believe it or not, it's the same ground bait but mixed completely different. So the ground bait that I do like to use is dark F1 and Thatchers. This time of year I tend to use 3 parts dark F1 to 1 part Thatchers, just to lower the fish meal content in it. And as you can see, this one's a lot wetter than this one. So I've mixed this one on the damper side purposely. I like to fish it, it's a heavy mix, whereas this one's a light and fluffy mix. This is a lot heavier, and I like that because it goes straight to the bottom. If you plumb up like this time of year on a commercial, it's up to 4 or 5 foot deep I'd fish that. If you put it in loose, it goes down through the water and just sits on the bottom and creates a bed, whereas if you put it in a ball, obviously it'll just sit and sometimes dig in the silt. So it can be a really good advantage fishing wetter ground bait, especially this time of year, and making a dinner plate rather than just a ball. This ground bait is how you'd probably normally mix it. It's squeezed into a ball nice, it's not too dry, but obviously it's not as wet as that one. The dry mix is a lot more active, so it fizzes up, you'll see it fizzing up more. Little bits will fall off on way down where it's dry, whereas the wetter mix is a bit more inactive and it'll just sit on the bottom. I personally like to mix my ground bait up the night before usually. I quite like it inactive, especially for skimmers and this time of year. So the night before I'll mix my ground bait. I'd probably mix it a bit on the drier side like this. Then when I get to my peg, I'll just alter it with an atomizer until it gets to the consistency that I want it. Sometimes I want it a bit wetter, which makes it heavy. So if there is a slight toe on the water, I'll make it a little bit heavier. Or depending on how much toe there is, obviously I'll use a normal ground bait and just nip it a bit tighter. Hope this gives you an insight of what you can do with your ground baits, and rather than just mixing it up, think about what you're going to do with it before you actually mix it up. Tight lines.